Hi everyone, welcome. I'm Bill Burt here on ETTV. I'm with the new coach of the Lowell Devils, an affiliate of the New Jersey Devils. You've probably heard his name before. I think 21 years in the NHL. Stanley Cup as a player, 94, 95. Should have been the MVP that year, by the way, of the Stanley Cup. I think Lemieux got it, stole it with those 13 cheap goals. And some interesting connections to the area. John, welcome.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the team. In fact, first yourself. You obviously had a long career with the Devils, drafted by the Devils, I think 6th overall, and then left the organization, came back as a coach, and been with the team for about 5-6 years? 7
Yeah,
years?
6 years as an assistant coach with the big club New Jersey, and then this would be my first crack at a head coaching job here, and I'm excited about it.
Now, interesting, because I'd heard your name bandied about a couple of times with the big club a couple of years ago when Sutter was hired, then when Sutter left. Yet we find you here. Is this maybe to get the head coaching experience?
Yeah, it's no different as a player. As a coach, you go through a process, and you always think you're ready, and sometimes whether you are or not, it's the experience. You can't gain anything without experience, and that's what I'm kind of doing right now. I've done the assistant coach. I've been in different roles there in New Jersey as far as assistant coach and how we went through our coaches there, but I think this is a positive for me and positive for the organization, and we'll see where it leads.
Tell me a little bit about your boss, and I'm talking the big boss, Lou Lamoriello. I know when it comes to we'll talk the minor league team, he's into how long the hair is cut. Everyone is on the same page, and I've heard a lot of good things. I've met him once. Tell me a little bit about Lou.
Well, I mean, you hear all these things. That's everybody likes to make a big deal of them. Really, you know what? It's very simple. The guys don't have to make, they don't have to worry about things. We take care of a lot of the things here as an organization. You know how to dress. You know how to, present yourself. You're representing your organization. So guys like that, discipline's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. Been tremendous to me. I left the organization, went and played in a few other teams. Who's first guy to call as soon as I announced my retirement is Lou. Got right back in the organization, welcomed me in the organization, and just kind of worked from there. So for me, it's been tremendous, and as I said, it's a great organization to learn from. We've had some winners there, so it's good to be in a winning organization.
You got to watch what you say. This is Bruins country, and I will say you have a connection there. You came up in the juniors in the OHL with the Oshawa Generals.
Right.
2 connections. One, a guy named Bobby Orr, I believe, came up.
Bobby played in. He definitely played in Oshawa. There, he was a great Oshawa General. So, he's a great Bruin. And in saying that, also, the connection between Oshawa and the Bruins early on, and when the Bruins used to own or protect the junior ranks. So we were Boston fans originally.
I saw Bobby only had 38 goals in a season. You had 47, so you took care of him in that side.
Well, he's playing from a little different position than I was. No comparisons there.
Another local connection, we'll briefly, Mike Boyce, a Merrimack College Hall of Famer. He brought your name up a couple times when he was at Merrimack. Your connection with Mike? Yeah,
Boyce and I grew up together. We've been playing hockey since 9 years old. So we grew up and just took different roads, but and just it all came back to me when I came to Lowell here, seeing Merrimack being so close, and remember coming watching Boise and Jimmy Vesey and Chris Keeney, the guys at
Jimmy Revenack.
Jimmy. So all these great players that played at Merrimack, and it's great to see.
All right, tell me a little bit about your team. 1-1-1 heading into we're into the 4th game. You get 2 games this weekend. Local one against the Providence Bruins. They were a good draw down there. Then in Worcester on Saturday, and then back here on Tuesday night against Bridgeport. Tell me a little bit about your squad.
Well, the team's played, for the most part, played well, and it's something that I'm getting a little bit of better feel for them as we go along here and we play some more games. It's just one thing that I do like, they're very resilient. They come back, they never quit. So as a coach, you can't ask for much more than that, the way they work throughout the game. I'm just looking for them to be a little more consistent in their play, for 60 minutes. I thought Sunday's game, we had a big win against Portland. They played very, very well, from the drop of the puck to the end of the game, which is what I'm looking for.
You're going to draw some fans from our area. They're big fans of the Devils. A couple of forwards to look for?
Well, Steven Giante, I mean, he's a good guy to go by. Big local product per se, is going to Boston College, that area. That he's played really well so far. Nathan Perkovich has got off to a great start up front. We got some new guys. Ryan Walter. Ben Walter, Ryan's son.
Right.
So some guys like that. Castengay, Snetzinger, guys, left wingers, and then the one kid that's really played really, really well for us so far up front has been Vladimir Sharkov, and he had a little bit of an extra stay up in New Jersey. Got a taste of it, and I think he's just taking off from there. And like all the players down here, they don't want to stay down here too long. They want to get a shot, and he's really trying to make an impression. He's been great so far.
The one thing that struck me about the Devils, particularly the teams you were on, tough and very disciplined. Obviously a great goalie, and you had the goaltending in Brodeur for most of the era you were there. So I'm assuming, and that's pretty much winning hockey.
That's winning hockey. It's more, paying attention to detail, and I just had that conversation quite a bit with the guys. It's the little details. I know they're going to make mistakes. I know they make some plays that I wouldn't, that aren't the right ones at time. As long as they work hard, but as long as the little things that they can control and they do them well, the big stuff will take care of itself.
Give me a quick story. Looking for, you obviously had a mini rivalry with the Bruins. It was probably more with the Rangers and some of the teams in the division, the Flyers. Some stories, I know you went against Neely and his,
Cam, I played against Cam there, I lost the Memorial Cup championship in junior to Cam's Portland Winterhawks there. I remember that vividly. But the one series that I do remember, we beat them in '95 on our run there for the Stanley Cup. Chris Terreri came in and won 2 big games.
I was there for that at the Garden.
And then the other one was the first year that we made the playoffs in 1988. We played them in the conference finals. We went 7 games. We had the referee incident. Shoney and Coho had a little bit of an incident there, so that was against the Bruins.
Eat the donuts, so that's something about the donuts. Okay.
I'm sure Coho's heard enough of it, and Shoney's heard enough of it, so we'll leave it alone. But that was during that time too, so it was a lot of fun.
It's only been a short reign, 3 games so far, a little of the preseason. What do you like about it being a head coach?
Well, you know what? It's a great experience for me. I'm enjoying it. It's something that you just kind of. I always love being at the rink. I'm fortunate to be able to do this, and I now come to the rink every day. I don't have any trouble, for the hours that I'm at the rink. My trouble would be the hours away from the rink. Not the family not being around and things like that. But at the rink, it's so enjoyable, and just the teaching and get your competitive juices going again.
2 boys, married. Where's the family these days, and where?
I'm in Lowell, and the family unfortunately is in Jersey there, which the two young fellas that are aspiring hockey players also. So their mother drives them all over the place every weekend. But they're having fun, and I get home, try and get home at least once a week to see them catch up.
Good. Heard a lot of good things about you coming over and taking over the Devils, and we expect big things from you. I know you got a busy schedule coming up here the next few weeks, and again, 2 big games. You're at Providence, at Worcester, and then Tuesday night, I think 7 o'clock against Bridgeport.
Yeah, and Bridgeport's they're off to a 4-0 start, and Providence, I know, I'm learning as everybody else. Everybody can tell you, that's a rivalry and that, but until you get involved in it and play it, and Worcester came in here opening night, so we owe them. They came in and beat us 5-4, so we owe them. So it's fun, and I'm anxious with the season. It's only been 3 games. We've kind of had so much time to practice. I'm antsy to play. The players are antsy to play, and we're just looking forward to getting into the thick of the season here and try and get on a roll.
Well, thanks for coming in for your first time on ETTV. Let's do it again and talk more about the season.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks for coming in.